This is Economy Watch, what you need to know about New Zealand's economic life today. Brought to you by interest.co.nz.
Kia ora, and welcome to Friday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news global container freight rates are rising to ridiculous levels now. Just another element that is stifling world trade. But first up, we should note that it is a public holiday in the US, Independence Day, and it is likely that many will take tomorrow off as well to make it a 4-day weekend. So data from the world's largest economy is absent today. But there will be the non-farm payrolls results for June released tomorrow. In the US, car buyers are back despite elevated interest rates, but the June sales level probably fell to 15.8 million. That is because of an industry-wide cyberattack in June that hobbled many major dealerships. The May sales level was 15.9 million, and a year ago it was 16.1 million. But the effect of the cyberattack is over now, and there could well be a sharp catch-up in July. And we are also awaiting China vehicle sales data for June, and there are no early indications in that market, which is almost twice as large as the US one. They expect to sell more than 30 million vehicles in the year to June, with nearly half as NEVs. But given their rush to invest in manufacturing, they still have a serious overcapacity problem, even at that sales level. And the EU says it'll impose tariffs of up to 37.6% from today on their imports of electric vehicles made in China. That is expected to cost $6.5 billion in lower trade between the two blocs. In Germany, factory orders eased by 1.6% in May from April, missing market estimates of a 0.5% expansion. That puts them 8.6% lower than the same month a year ago, and that is not insignificant in an economy as large as Germany. Of course, there are elections in 2 European countries over the next few days. The British have voted and the results are awaited. It'll be a huge surprise if the opposition left-wing party doesn't win in a landslide. In France, however, the expected right-wing triumph looks like it isn't going to happen. In Australia, drought in the heart of Victoria's dairy country is putting a sharp squeeze on output there. Production is down sharply, and this could not come at a worse time. Dairy farmers are facing a 15% drop in the price they get from processors too, and that went into effect at the start of July. In Canada, they are suffering sharply lower real estate sales as well. In Toronto, volumes were down more than 15% in June from the same month a year ago. In Vancouver, the drop is 19%. The rise in container global freight rates isn't easing, according to the latest data for this week. These rates are up another 10% from last week to be 3 times higher than year-ago levels. The same causes are still there, with the highest increases for freight from China to Atlantic ports. Bulk cargo rates up a net 5% for the week, although they have eased slightly in the past few days. These rates are 90% higher than year-ago levels. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.37% and up 1 basis point, and the price of gold will start today virtually unchanged from yesterday at $2,357 an ounce. And oil prices are 50 US cents firmer from this time yesterday. They're just over $83.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is up $1 at $87.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today a 1/4 cent firmer from yesterday and back up to 61.2 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're still softer at 91 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're also holding at 56.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 70.4 and unchanged from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $58,246 and down 3.2% from yesterday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been high at also plus or minus 3.2%. You can find links to the articles mentioned today in our show notes, and you can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again on Monday. Go the All Blacks.